Hello everyone, and welcome to TROLLPASTAS, a series where me and Afton read some cringeworthy stories on the internet. Today we're reading a troll pasta called Need for Speed URAN. I'd like to take this opportunity to warn everyone that while not necessarily graphic in the way that some of the other ones have been, it is NSFW. There's actually a point where me and Afton kind of lose our minds over it. But if you're cool with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy Need for Speed URAN.
Sure, let's do it. Let's go.
It was a normal nuclear winter afternoon, and I was playing Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm a total and complete Need for Speed fan, just like every human being ever. And if you're not, you're a communist.
Oh no. That's actually how, in the Red Scare, they would root out communist sympathizers, because they would force them to play Need for Speed.
I have played every single Need for Speed game ever, except for one, Need for Speed Carbon. I needed this game so badly, but I can't seem to find a copy of it anywhere. My local game store still sells copies of this game. But I was way too lazy to go there, so I went to look for a copy on the internet instead.
Okay, but can we talk about the fact that there's still a local game store open in the middle of a normal nuclear winter afternoon?
I looked up on eBay if I can find a copy of this game.
Goddamn, forget the Waffle House index. Let's open up the GameStop index. Literally, the nuclear apocalypse, and they're still making the employees go in.
And to my trigonometrical surprise, I found that...
To your what?
I found one that was selling for only $10,000.
That is what we in the business call super inflation. Jesus.
I used my father's credit card and clicked on buy. Oh, shit.
No.
Right after that, my computer let out a green smoke, and it showed a blue screen of death. And then it suddenly blew up hyper-realistically.
I fucking hate when they're like, something happened hyper-realistically. You're in real life, I would hope so.
How are you not used to this by now?
Because it pisses me off.
I just assumed it was a glitch, so I continued with my daily life of playing Need for Speed games and jacking off to the Lamborghini Murcielago eagerly.
To the what?
Eagerly waiting my copy of Need for Speed Carbon.
Sorry, I think we... Jesus, is that a car?
Yes.
I don't know cars. Is that a car? That's something else. I don't... Yeah, that's... I know what that is. That's a bat.
The Lamborghini...
We all know...
It's the Lamborghini Murcielago.
Murcielago. Try again. Say...
Fuck you.
Murcielago.
Murcielago.
That's worse. Oh god. Okay, continue.
You had my fucking lisp come back in the middle of it. 10 years of speech therapy for nothing.
We are not Spaniards. We do not say murciélago. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry for insulting Spanish people, but your accent is bad.
They're not watching this video.
No, they're not. Nobody watches these videos. However, murciélago, the lisp pisses me off.
That wasn't on purpose, bro.
I know it wasn't, but I'm gonna take it as an opportunity to rant.
A decade has already passed, and out of the peripheral of my hexadecimal and kaleidoscopic vision, I noticed the mailman arriving in a radiation suit and carefully taking out my copy of Need for Speed Carbon, then throwing it through my window in panic. I thought nothing of it, so I picked up my long-awaited game. The cover was pretty ordinary. It showed a crashed car and a bleeding corpse nearby. What took me by surprise was instead of the name Carbon, the game had the title Need for Speed URAN on it.
My God.
I assumed it was just a printing mistake, so I opened the case, and I noticed the disc was
glowing.
glowing.
Like how carbon is an element, and also how uranium is an element? Isn't that funny?
I noticed the disc was glowing, like alien poo.
I love how much world building has been done in this story, so we already know that aliens are a thing, that there's a nuclear apocalypse and mailmen have to drive around in radiation suits, but also whatever is going on outside is fine enough that you can throw an item through a window and the people inside won't instantly die.
Don't forget that game stores are still open.
Also, GameStop index. It's never going to happen.
Instead, the case was also a mail. It had written, "Don't play this game. You will die if you do." I thought it was normal though, so I eagerly popped the disc into
Sometimes,
to finally play the game.
Sometimes you gotta play the games that say don't play this game. You will die.
When I turned on my
You gotta do
PlayStation 2, it suddenly started burning in green flames, and the television showed a quick slideshow of car crash victims bleeding hyper-realistically with blood. But I assumed it was just some kind of glitch, so I kept playing. I created a new profile and immediately started a new career mode. The career mode began, and I was at the part where you arrive at Palmont City with your boner-inducing BMW M3 GTR.
This person is somehow down bad for cars.
Good choice, good choice.
I don't know
Meanwhile-
anything about cars. I'm like, that sure does look like a vehicle that is probably roadworthy. I wouldn't know the difference between the world's most expensive vehicle and a fucking golf cart. Alright, I'm an idiot. I
Meanwhile,
don't drive.
all around the canyon, there were hyper-realistic corpses laying around everywhere, bleeding with red blood. And
As opposed-
outside of my
See,
house...
This is giving us even more context. At this point, people have become so mutated that they bleed a color other than red, or possibly this is in reference to those very same aliens who shit glowing green. I'm piecing together the lore here. I will pull out my cork board and we will make a red string theory board for this fucking
I noticed that it was... And outside of my house, I noticed that it was raining green acid. I figured it was some kind of glitch, so I continued playing.
Outside of your house? Outside of your house there's a glitch that makes it what?
After a few
In
seconds,
the game or in real life?
Cross from Need for Speed Most Wanted arrives in his black Chevrolet Corvette Z06. He had empty eye sockets and was bleeding red blood, and he was saying his line, "Guess who's back?" Only it was reversed, pixelated, digitized, ear-piercingly loud, and crunchy.
Honestly, at that point, how do you know?
My ears started bleeding bleeding blood, but I have...
As opposed to what? As opposed to what?
Semen.
Right?
But I have a chronic
Then
ear...
it's not bleeding, they're just dripping, and if your ears are dripping cum, either someone has put it in there, or you need to go see a doctor.
But I have chronic ear bleeding anyway, so it was normal. He rammed my car, and it instantly burst into green flames and red blood.
Why is the car bleeding?
Simultaneously, I heard a loud explosion.
Now we also know that this is taking place in the Cars world, and that all of the cars are living beings.
Simultaneously,
Which also means that we know 9/11 happened, because as we've established, there was a Cars 9/11. And what else did you establish in your theory? Was Vietnam War on there somewhere?
Don't get me fucking started. Simultaneously, I heard a explosion outside, but I thought nothing of it, so I just continued playing. And right after that, it played a digitized version of the cutscene afterwards, where Darius arrives in his equally boner-inducing Audi R8.
I think that this individual knows cars just as little as I do, and any time that they see a car, they're just like, well,
he also had empty eye sockets and was bleeding with blood. After that cutscene, it instantly brought me to the hyper-realistic car class selection screen. Everything seemed normal until I noticed something was off. The Mazda RX-8 was green instead of red. That shouldn't be possible! I now realize that this was a hacked game.
Nothing else gave it away, but oh my god, it's green.
No.
Oh my god, it's green. None of this green nonsense. I really hope, by the way, that nobody takes out of context the sentence that I said a few phrases ago. At this point, these videos are just becoming gold mines for out of context Afton quotes.
Nobody gives a fuck. Let's just
true.
be honest with ourselves.
Oh, nobody gives two
Anyway,
shits,
I calmed
but I
down
think
from
it's very
almost breaking
funny.
my television out of anger and continued playing the game. The gameplay was very ordinary, with all the hyper-realistic car crashes, explosion sounds, ear-piercing screams of agony, and red blood everywhere. The crew boss races also functioned the same way, with their cars exploding into green flames whenever I won against them. They also always told me something like, "You're next," or something, but I just assumed it was supposed to be like that.
It was just supposed to be like that. That's a normal thing.
And then
right,
suddenly,
guys? This is
Darius
part of the
arrived in
game.
his car, And simultaneously, I noticed that outside of my house, there stood a car which looked exactly like his, but I simply ignored it and kept playing. Right there, the cutscene played, where he called Cross to take me down and told me that he would control the entire city, but I just assumed that it was... no, wait, that's actually in the game, never mind. Wait, what?
I assume that this is a cutscene that's...
Wait. I don't think that...
played this game.
No, I think I have actually played this. I don't remember... Oh, wait, hold on. Need for Speed Carver, my bad. I played some of the other Need for Speed games.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever played a Need for Speed game. Racing games are not quite my thing.
Suddenly, I noticed outside that a person who looked like Darius exit the car. I mentioned before, and he looked straight at me. It was unimportant, so I kept playing. I was continuing with the hyper-realistic...
so enthralled by the cars.
And gory career mode. Jesus. As usual, and suddenly, I was finally able to buy the Lamborghini Murcielago. My boner started growing to the size of Japan.
Japan? So we've also established that in this world, most of Japan must be underwater.
And I wanted nothing more than to furiously jack off.
What? This man is actively in danger. There's like a 99% chance that they step out of the door and instantly get shot. And in here, all they're thinking about is, damn, I want to whack my willy to these fancy cars. What?
So I kept playing as usual, and I finally got to the last race of Darius. And then I noticed the Darius guy on the outside was murdering innocent bystanders, but I was too busy jacking off to my Murcielago to contact the police or something.
This is painful.
I finally won the race against Darius, when suddenly, my annoying older brother, who is an enthusiastic and greasy brony, came into my room to watch me jacking to my Murcielago. My television began shaking erratically at the sight of my annoying brother, and then the monitor blew up, leaving a huge gaping hole. That gaping hole turned into a black hole that started sucking in everything, including my brother, who was screaming at the top of his lungs, clearly calling for help. I thought all of that was really weird, and I probably should have done something, but my curiosity got the best of me, so I kept on watching to see what would happen.
What? Okay, so the most important question is, did they stop?
After the black hole sucked in my brother, I suddenly felt something moving towards me. I turned my head around to see what it was. It was my Murcielago. I was so happy. It attacked me.
No.
Okay.
No. This one's fine.
It attacked me and started to fuck me. It hurt so much, but I pushed back against its force. I wanted to please my Murcielago. I felt my anus tearing as my... Oh my god, I just realized what this is.
Yeah, you just realized what it is, didn't you?
When suddenly, the Darius guy from outside entered my room and said something that changed my life forever. The keys are in the car. That Darius guy handed over his Audi R8 to me, and my boner suddenly growing to the size of Russia now. My Murcielago felt betrayed, and I was out for blood now.
Have most of these countries just been absolutely decimated by
I feel
war?
something touch me. It's King Dedede. I'm so happy.
No.
He whispers in my ear.
No.
Fuck, what did I even do? I still have the script somewhere. Fuck. I'll do it later.
Let's finish this one.
My Murcielago felt betrayed and was out for blood now. I quickly ran out of my house, jumped at the Darius guy's Audi R8 and drove away, even though I'm only 20 years old and don't have a driver's license yet. But I assumed it was a glitch, so I kept on driving.
A glitch? I'm done. I'm done. Keep going.
I ran over several innocent pedestrians, but that was unimportant. I was getting tired of running away from a Murcielago, so I just decided to ram it to shreds. It has crashed, and I immediately jumped out of my Audi R8 to go fuck my Murcielago. When suddenly the Darius guy appeared again, entering his car, and then he started ramming my Murcielago with full force until we all burst into green flames. And so I died, and my father did not take kindly to me using his credit card.
But I assumed.
But I assumed it was a glitch, so I kept playing.
Like,
That was a short, sweet one.
it was short and sweet and got really fucking weird near the end.
So what's your rating for this?
I did not expect. My rating for this is you were doing great, you were vaguely entertaining, and there was a lot of fun world building. And then the guy started getting fucked by the car. Anyways,
You need to start getting used to the fucking troll pasta.
I do. I don't know why. It's the weird sexual stuff that always gets to me. All the rest of it I'm fine with. Again, I will occasionally stop it because it'll be something that we just cannot put on YouTube.
Captain Crunch.
Like, that cannot be on record. Yeah,
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch could never go on YouTube. But the stuff that always gets to me, where I just get very uncomfortable, weird sexual stuff. That's freaky. Not a big fan. But anyways, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. Reminded me too much of Dragon's fucking cars.
I am gonna give that a Murcielago out of Audi.
Good to know.